Okay, gastrin will be the next hormone to look at here. Now this gastrin will act on the stomach. Okay, so let's draw a stomach. So here's the esophagus. And inside of the stomach, we have a bunch of different cells. So in this case, we're going to designate this one the parietal cell. Okay, that's the parietal cell. And the parietal cell releases hydrochloric acid. Now, it also releases intrinsic factor, and intrinsic factor's job is to bind to vitamin B12 and transport it throughout the body, including to the stem cells in the bone marrow. But we're going to focus on the hydrochloric acid. Okay, so gastrin behaves or influences on the parietal cells and stimulates it to release hydrochloric acid. Okay, gastrin also activates potassium and hydrogen ATPase pumps into the parietal cells. So in other words, the parietal cells actually need hydrogen and potassium, so they need these protons. And on a side note, a lot of people are on proton pump inhibitors, so PPIs. So those PPIs actually inhibit or block this process, which in the long run is not good. And the reason why people are on PPIs is because of so-called acid reflux, but a lot of that actually has to do with people's diet. You know, a lot of consumption of artificial foods and fake foods and pro-inflammatory foods and all that. The body's actually trying to reject it, and so they get this this burn. And so that instead of changing their diet and lifestyle, they just give them the PPIs. Okay. Now going back to normal, so gastrin does stimulate these proton pumps to get into the parietal cells. And one of the jobs of the HCl is to kill bacteria and then help process protein breakdown. Okay, so when we eat proteins, the body starts to unravel the protein into a polypeptide chain, and then that polypeptide chain is then eventually broken down into individual amino acids. And that's ultimately what our body is after. We need those amino acids for growth and repair reasons.